Hey man, are you excited for the winter and the cold weather? Now that we get to wear jackets, the concealed carry thing gets a little bit more easy. You don't have to worry about printing. Yeah, bro, I'm so ready. Like you have no idea. I just love the cold weather. Why are you so covered up? I can barely hear what you're saying. Dude, you just won't get it. Okay, you just won't get it. I love the cold so much. Tell you what, how about let's just go inside and warm up a little bit and let's continue this conversation. That is about the best thing I've heard you say all day. Let's go. Alright, DZ team, welcome back to another video. It's Instructor Z here. We're going to be talking about 3 tips that is going to help you throughout these cold weathers and stuff just not to forget. If you don't know already, and this is going to help you with new information. If you do know these stuff already, well, this is just kind of a reminder. So first things first, as the cold weather happens, obviously we're going to start wearing jackets and stuff like that, and concealed carrying and stuff like that. It's going to become a little bit more easy. But one thing we need to keep in mind with our firearm maintenance is lubing your gun, right? We need to make sure that it is, for lack of better terms, wet. So when we shoot it, it functions properly. Sometimes you may even want to use gel if you're trying to store it for a very long time. There is lubrication type gel that you can keep for a while. It's like packing gel almost. So keep that in mind. If you see my beautiful drawing up here, guess that gun. Guess that gun. With a your ginormous bottle of lube here. I promise it's lube, nothing else. Promise. Scout's honor. Never a scout. Scout's honor. You want to make sure you lube your pistol, rifle, whatever while you're out there shooting. Make sure it works properly. Wet, dirty gun is always going to fire, and a dry, dirty gun will jam up on you. So keep that in mind, right? So my beautiful rendition of a gun here. Don't judge my drawing skills. I'm not an artist, as we can see. Anyways, guys, moving on to our second tip. So again, we're wearing outer garments, right? We're wearing zippers and all that good stuff. So another thing to keep in mind is some things that I like to do when concealed carrying with a jacket on is tucking my inner shirt in. And why do I do that? So when I tuck my inner shirt in and I decide to present my firearm, well, now it is becoming one less step, and it's like normally concealed carrying in the summertime, right? So now you're just clearing one garment instead of 2 garments, making you just as effective with your normal setup in the wintertime, just as if you were in the summertime. So that is tip number 2. So tip number 2, tucking in your shirt when you're wearing a jacket, and right before you want to take it off, make sure you're just lifting up your shirt and flipping it right back over. Alright, so now moving into tip number 3 very quickly here. Is the third one that we want to keep in mind here is if you are wearing gloves, you're working outside a lot, something you want to keep in mind is training with the gloves. You might be like, oh, that's not that important, it's not that big of a deal. It's just gloves, what's the big issue? If you've never fired with guns, with having gloves on, you'll notice that you lose that sensation of being able to touch and feel things properly, right? So what happens is when you start wearing gloves, you lose that sensation of being able to touch stuff. Have you ever had to get on your cell phone and try to type in a text message or whatever? It gets a little bit more difficult because now you have a thicker bulk to your hands, so now your hand's a different size and you don't have that touch feeling as well. So that muscle memory kind of somewhat dissipates because now, again, you're not really feeling anything, you're just having the fabric touch your phone. Same thing with a firearm. Everything becomes a little bit more bulkier, your hand size becomes a little bit bigger without the sensation of a bigger hand. So now you have to be able to manipulate, identify, and present, and it'll feel a little bit different, right? Because again, there's that thickness between your hand and your glove of really presenting and using your firearm properly. So to go recap over these tips real quick is first one, lube your gun in the winter time a lot more than usual, and verify it, make sure it's still there. Sometimes it may dry out depending on your lube. Second, tuck your inner shirt in when you're wearing outer jackets or garments, and before you decide to take it off and brandish your weapon, when you pull up on your jacket, you should be able to flip underneath your inner garment and flip it right back over your firearm before taking your outer garment off. And third, if you wear gloves outside and you decide to use your firearm or have to use your firearm out there, make sure you're training with them. You lose sensation, your hand size becomes a little bit bigger, and things become a little bit more different when you start firing. And if you go and train, you'll understand exactly what I'm talking about with the loss of sensation, stuff like this. So go out there, go and train. Hopefully these tips helped you. If you feel like they would help somebody else, go ahead and share this video, and if you liked it, leave a thumbs up, and if you didn't, leave a dislike, but let us know down below why you didn't like this video so we can improve for you guys. We want to make these videos specifically for you guys, so if it's not helping, then we need to know so it can be a little bit better. But if you guys are watching on our YouTube channel, don't forget to subscribe. We have our website launched now, so if you want to watch our Pistol 1 class, go to www.dropzonetactical.biz, and links will all be down below for that. And sign up as a membership, $10 a month or $100 a year. We have a coupon code going on right now for your $10 already, so you can kind of get your first month free. It is newyears.dz. And again, if you follow our social media, it will be all in there, so everything's down below as well. So can't wait to see you guys, and see you in the next video.